Hey, how's it going everyone? My name's Dominic and I'm going to be running you guys through a Pluck Bass Guitar Sound video tutorial with the synth Massive by Native Instruments. So what is Massive? Long story short, it's a subtractive wavetable synthesizer and it uses various preset wavetables or waveforms. So as we see, there's some basic stuff like a square wave, saw wave, triangle wave, and some complicated stuff which combines multiple wavetables, waveforms to make some complex sounds. Today, to make our Pluck Bass Guitar Sound, we want to use the pulse saw PWM. Now, you're probably wondering what does VA-PWM stand for, and it actually stands for Virtual Analog Pulse Width Modulation. So it runs two different wavetables or waveforms, and it has the ability to modulate them depending on how wide you want your waveform, how slow or how fast you want it to move. So basically, we're going to start off with the basics. Our pitch is going to be on 0, of course, and what does the sound or wavetable sound like? Well, to the far left, we put that to the center, it's a square wave. And to the far right, it's a saw wave. Now, to make our bass guitar sound, we want to turn that into a square wave, so leave it to the far left. And I'm going to quickly explain to you what this middle dial does. So pulse width, this generally refers to the changing symmetry of a pulse waveform by an LFO or even an envelope. So today we're going to be using an envelope, which I'll get to in a few seconds up here. But we want a slow-moving waveform. So I'll show you how it sounds like when we move it into a slow waveform, like a deep, heavy bass guitar. So it's a bit of a slower, deeper sound, whereas if we move it back, it'll be higher. So it's higher pitch, higher frequency, which means the waveform's moving faster, and there's less time between each pulse or modulation. So for the bass guitar, I'm going to put it just above 3 o'clock. We want the amplification on full, and we want the filter to be on full as well. Now, I've already done this as you see in Oscillator 1, but I'm going to run it through it with you guys just quickly to get the general gist of it. We want the pitch down to -24 or below 2 octaves to get the lower frequencies and harmonics that we want. But because I've already done this, I'm just going to turn this off and turn Oscillator 1. It's the exact same, don't worry. What you're going to do is the same thing, but on Oscillator 2. So as you can see, everything's the exact same. Both are being routed to filter 1 at a full signal. And if you want, you can do it a third time, turn it on. But I find that the volume of the sound starts to peak, clip, and distort. So we have to lower the master fader. Anyway, that's what it sounds like for now. So we're going to go ahead and turn on filter 1, and basically we're going to turn on low pass 4. Now, we want low pass 4 over low pass 2 because it removes higher frequencies at a higher decibel per octave ratio. So low pass 4 removes high frequencies by 24 decibels per octave, whereas low pass 2, because 2 is half of 4, it removes frequencies by 12 dB per octave. So we want it to be not on the far left, but just a little bit above it by a millimeter or so. And then I'm going to turn this off to show you guys how to do it basically, but that's the gist of the filter. Just a nice simple one, signal all the way to the max. Then we're going to go to envelope 4. This is going to be our string pluck sound. So the snap, the attack of the guitar. This is what's going to make it sound pretty real. So we're going to drag envelope 4 here. And it's going to start off like this, but I've already done it, and we're going to move it up to where the F is, something like that. So it sounds like a vibrating string snapping back or plucking from the bass guitar. And basically, we're just going to worry about this section here because we don't need the other dials for our sound, but we want completely to the left of the delay, so a quick sound, quick attack, max level to hear that snap, you know, more string, more pluck. We're going to leave the decay at 12 o'clock and turn the level all the way down to the absolute far left bottom because it's a quick snappy string, you know, it doesn't last very long. Also the oscillation tab, turn on restart via gate so it'll look like this for you guys. Turn it on to that just so it restarts every time you play a note, or the sound starts every time you hit the keyboard. If you want to add some extra distortion, there's a nice distortion module down here called the Parabolic Shape. You turn on your insert. Don't turn on the dials to more than 12 o'clock because too much distortion can sound like poo. So I'll turn that off now. There we go, that's our real guitar sound. Here's a good scenario of how I would use it. So here's our plain bass guitar pluck on the E note. So that's pretty groovy. Now let's add some instruments, kick, ride, clap, and we'll add a lead in a second. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was a helpful and informative tutorial. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Thank you.